Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a geode inspired unicorn head. So the first thing I did was put plastic down and then I taped it so that it wouldn't move around. As a barrier, I used silicone caulk. The silicone that I used looks like a toothpaste container. This container is just easier for me to work with than it is for a silicone caulk gun. I make a 3-round silicone barrier so that it's high. Once the outline for the unicorn head is done, I put it aside to dry and I start on the unicorn hair. I do the same maneuvers as the original mold. For the hair, I only want a 1-round silicone barrier. I want this layer to be thin so that I can just kind of glue it on with a small layer of resin at the end. I also want it to be thin so that if I want to reshape it, I can cut it. Next, I get my colors and pigments ready, and I'm going to mix a 1-to-1 ratio of my resin and pour it into each of the colors. I want to make a color for the horn, a color for the base or the head, and a color for the hair. After mixing each color into the resin, I again tape my molds to the table and I begin pouring each of the colors into their designated mold. My friend actually made me the unicorn 3D mold. The way she created the unicorn mold was by taking a novelty unicorn horn and putting it inside a wall of Legos. Then she poured the rubber and let it cure. Once you take the unicorn horn out, you can use it for numerous amounts of resin molds. Next, I added crystals and embellishments to make it geode inspired. I really liked the style and I wanted to incorporate both. After curing overnight, I'm ready to remove it from the mold. The unicorn horn was hard to actually remove, so I didn't do the whole thing on camera. This one came out really cool and it's really glittery. Next, I'm ready to remove the tape and peel the mold out like a sticker. I made a mistake. I didn't let the silicone barrier fully cure before pouring the resin in, which means they both kind of stuck together as they cured. If I had waited, I'd be able to reuse this mold multiple times. I wouldn't have had to cut the silicone away from the resin. The resin would have just peeled out just like a sticker. I guess that just means whoever buys this unicorn geode is getting a super limited edition design. It takes some time to actually remove the silicone from the resin, but I eventually get everything. Next, I mix a small amount of a 1-to-1 ratio of resin, and I use that ratio as glue to assemble the pieces. First, I add resin to the back of the hair and I glue that on. Then I add resin to the base of the unicorn horn and I glue that on next. Because this resin takes some time to dry, I have a little bit of leeway to play around with the position of the designs. I wasn't happy about that point, so I trimmed it off to give the horn a little bit of room. I'm pretty happy with the design, so I'm gonna let it dry and then see what it looks like. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you decide to make a mythical creature or any other animal, email me or PM me some images so I can check out what you made.